in and things like that. They're doing none of this, right? It's very disappointing.
Yeah, no, it's right. I like the work that you've done and people like Safety have done talking about how fiat breaks everything. I mean, even in Safe's book, there's even talks about food, even obesity. It's all related to fiat. And I definitely encourage people to read your book. What do you think the financial services world would look like if we weren't in such a fiat-dominated world?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it would be gutted, right? Like, because the thing about financial services and the reason why they're all having an orgasm over like an Ethereum ETF or whatever is because they get to manage your money, right? Like, and there's this myth that you need diversification or whatever. Under the gold standard, people just kept their money in gold. That was it. Like, it was so simple. But instead, now you have entire industries of people that are telling you what to do with your money. And of course, if they get to grab your money, they can like charge a fee here, charge a fee there, and that ends up being incredibly lucrative. This is what the entire financial services system is built on, is because fiat is not a very good store of value, so you have to put it into all this other stuff. And, of course, real estate has some risk, and stocks have some risk, and, art has some risk or whatever. So they're like, okay, well, we need to spread the risk over all of these things. Yeah. That is not the normal state of things, right? If you have a good store of value, then that's what you just put it in. That's it. Unfortunately, we have this entire industry of banking and financial services that has just sort of like grown up like cancer in our civilization today, and they take up a significant part of the economy. And this is what's essentially hollowed out the industrial base. It's hollowed out the invention, the progress, and stuff like that. We've progressed so little since the 50s and 60s. Think about it. Like, we had nuclear-powered submarines in the 50s and 60s. This is a vehicle that does not need to refuel for 18 months, okay, because of nuclear power. Where is that technology? Why do I have to fill up my car with gas every week, right? Why are airplanes so big and their fuselages so big and things like that? You should be able to fly around the world, right, with that much power. Instead, all of that progress stops because the incumbents come into power and they get to do whatever they want. So, of course, the incumbents put up all sorts of regulation to make it impossible, and they survive through the financial services and debt and money printing, and you get no progress, right? Like, look at what they thought the future would be from like 1950, right? They thought we would have flying cars and we'd be able to go from, we'd have colonies on Mars and stuff like that. Where's that progress? None of that has happened because fiat slows everything down. It makes everything static. It preserves the status quo at the expense of invention and creativity and entrepreneurship.
Can I add to that, Jimmy?
Yeah.
I think that the American people, when I talk to my friends, so brainwashed into thinking we have to invest. It's almost like a second job. Like, you go to work and then you come home and you study what are you going to invest in. Are you going to buy stocks? Are you going to buy real estate? And the reason we feel that way is because our money's dog shit, right? Mm-hmm. If your money held value, you wouldn't have to invest. And that's what Bitcoin can be. When the money's inflating at 8 to 12% per year, if all you do is save money, you're going to lose. And so everyone feels, oh, we have to invest. But we don't have to invest because America's got a gigantic money printer and they just keep pushing it out there. If we just had a really solid money, then we wouldn't have to do that. And that's what Bitcoin is. And, Bitcoin is a lot of things to a lot of people. And for me, what I think it is, Bitcoin is the best money